Welcome back to Leeds Lately. Leeds have just lost 2-1 in a game where we had to win and Ipswich had to lose for us to get promoted. So we always kind of went into it knowing that we weren't going to win, or get promoted at least. And that's how it panned out. And Leeds now have the playoffs to look forward to. We are awful in the playoffs, so I don't see much hope for it. But hey ho, we could get surprised yet, can't we? So this game, though, we kind of actually started quite well, and I thought we were pretty good in the first half for large periods of it. And then we obviously conceded, and then we went and scored through Joel Peru, and it was like, okay, let's go and win now. Let's go and get another one. And it looked like that. And then as the game went on, it just got worse and worse. And of course, they scored their second goal, and that was atrocious defending. The ball got played up to the right-hand corner, and Walker Peters is sprinting to get there. He manages to just keep it in, and Firpo thinks that he's going to let it go out, and Firpo just stops, and then Walker Peters just runs around him and plays the ball across to Smallbone, who obviously also made a run from midfield because he's midfielder, wasn't tracked by Kamara or Gruev, wasn't tracked by Ampadu, rode on nobody, watched him, and he just ran straight through into the box and just lifted it over Meslier. So terrible, and we were really poor for the rest of the game. We just didn't look like scoring again. They didn't look like scoring again either, but they'd done enough to win the game already. They'd scored their 2 goals, so we just stopped really trying to score a goal and trying to win the game. And yeah, well, that was it then. That was it. We just went and lost the game, and of course, even if we'd have won it, it wouldn't have been enough because Ipswich have been promoted to the Premier League with their 2-0 win over Huddersfield, which also condemns Huddersfield to League One for next season. But I do think that Ipswich have done a fantastic job this season. It's been ridiculous how well they've done. Back-to-back promotions is something you only see on career mode on FIFA, not in real life. So they've done amazingly well to do that. So congratulations to them for doing that. It's an amazing achievement, and no one could have seen that happening before a ball was kicked. Leeds, let's talk about where we go from here, just temporarily, because we will talk about this in more detail at another point, of course, with videos and stuff coming up on the channel, so make sure you get subscribed for that. And also, before I actually go too far, check out the link in the description for Rocco Dean's new book. Rocco, who of course you'll have seen me with on this channel. He did his Dream Teams with me. He's been on Joe's channel loads of times, Just Joe Football Show. I've been on there with him, and he's also on Leeds That, the podcast as well. But of course, he has a series of books about Leeds United, and this one is about Don Revie and the sort of decade of dominance that Leeds had. Kind of told through his dad's eyes and what he saw when he was growing up watching Leeds. So yeah, that's a good read. Go and click that in the link in the description for me. On the actual future for Leeds at the moment, people calling for Daniel Farke to be sacked. What I think is that Daniel Farke is a very, very good Championship manager. And what I think it is that we had a rough start to the season, and therefore we would have been a good couple of points ahead of where we are now if we'd have had this squad that we had now at the start of the season and players not refusing to play and things like that, we'd have probably beaten Cardiff, Birmingham, games like that where we should have done a lot better. There's no excuse for us not going up, but 90 points would have been enough in every season other than the 1998 Championship season where Sunderland failed to go up with 90 points was the last time it happened. So come on, it's been like 24 years, 25 years. So it's not something that happens very often. It's been a ridiculously good season for Leicester and Ipswich, and Leeds, of course, getting 90 points as well is no mean feat. That's a really good return and would get you promoted most seasons. So it's very disappointing, but what I think is that if Daniel Farke has a full transfer window and a full summer with the players and a full pre-season, I think he'll have plenty of time to be more settled in, to do this from scratch, go again, and I think this time he'll get promoted in his second season. A lot like what happened with Bielsa. Playoffs in the first season, didn't go up. Second season, did manage to do it in the end. Also, though, I do want to mention that I'm saying this as if we haven't already got the playoffs to play. We have got the playoffs to play. I'll be live for the Leeds games Sunday the 12th of May, I think the first one is. And we are going to be playing Norwich. And let me just check that, actually, because things might have changed in the last kind of 10 minutes after the game finished. I didn't check the other results. So, no, Leeds will be playing against Norwich, and Southampton will be playing against West Brom. And then whoever wins those games obviously go to Wembley. So we've got Norwich City, Daniel Farke's old team. In their last 5, they've drawn 3, won 2. In our last 5, we've drawn 1, won 1, lost 3, which is terrible form. And of course, yeah, we've got them in the playoffs, home and away, and that is Daniel Farke's old team. So that'll be interesting to see how that one goes. But I do not hold out too much hope, because we are the eternal bottle jobs in playoffs and things like that. So I can't see us doing particularly well. Hopefully we might get a Bamford or a Dan James back by the time we play in the playoffs. We've got over a week now, 8 days until the next game, until the first playoffs game. So hopefully that's enough time for Dan James and Bamford to be back, because I think, again, today we really missed them. I think we were poor without them. I think Bamford offers a lot more than Joel Peru does in terms of holding the ball up and making runs and knowing what a striker does, really. So hopefully we get them back for those games. But like I say, I don't hold out too much hope. I mean, it's obviously a very negative feeling at the moment, because we've just not managed to go up automatically, and that is making us all feel a little bit down. And that's, guess what, these match reactions are really about, aren't they? Really, the instant reaction to the game. So it's how you're feeling straight away. And I'm feeling pretty negative when I'm usually pretty positive in every aspect. But then, to be fair, even now I am taking the positives of saying I think we're going to do well next season, even if we're going to lose a load of players. But yeah, I mean, thanks for watching me this season. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for growing the channel. We're trying to get to 8,000 subscribers, so let's try and get there before the end of the end of the playoffs. I've got 7,842 subscribers at the moment, and we need 160 or 158 subscribers to get to that 8,000. So if we can get them by the end of the playoffs, that'd be great. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Yeah, thanks for joining me though this season. Thanks for being part of the streams, the videos, everything. And there'll be plenty more to come. There'll be a lot of transfer news videos and stuff like that in the coming weeks and months, when it is the summer transfer window. And of course, we'll be looking at who could improve this team to the point where we can go and get promoted back to the Premier League. So hopefully that is something that happens. I mean, hopefully we go through the playoffs, but I can't see it at the moment. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thanks for watching Leeds Lately, and I'll see you in the next one.